Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be solving a mystery. Hopefully this background noise isn't too loud. But yeah, a woman's husband went missing. We're going to look through the files, or the video recordings, I should say, of the police interviewing her over a long period of time, supposedly. Now you're going to notice right away in this game that you can't lower the game volume. You hear that, right? I hope it doesn't play while she talks. I assume it won't. And there's some settings here for the anti-glare. So this clearly looks like, hey, we're sitting in front of a computer screen, right? I don't like that. I think it looks kind of dumb. You can even hear what sounds like a person moving through the speakers, like it's supposed to be you moving around. Trust me, my mic is noise canceling. You can't hear anything going on in here. So it is all the game audio, which I might have to try to play with that, because it's driving me crazy. There's also no way to adjust the audio to just get rid of anything. So, because normally I would just get rid of this music, but okay. I want to show you guys though. This is going to be the intro screen, okay? Kind of cool. So I literally haven't done anything. The game doesn't tell you anything. So we're going to solve this murder here, friends. There's some crap here too. Introduction to Logic Database. The computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Type in a word. To store a clip for later reference, add to session. Also, if you wish to add tags of your own, please click user tags. Okay. That's interesting. Really read me. So I noticed, I've heard at least, ooh, what is database checker? Oh, this might be all the videos we've watched or something. There's a clock. Oh, I need to start my timer so I know what. I don't want to go over an hour here for this video. The rubbish bin. One of the mums here, classic two-player strategy. Cracks with class. What is mirror game? Oh. Okay. Well, let's, I guess let's search the first. Wants me to search murder, clearly. So okay, it looks like these little eyes are over the ones we haven't watched yet. And they are in chronologic order, I guess. Looks like that one's from a month later, a couple days after. Okay. Well, let's watch some of these videos and see what we can find out. Add to session. What does add to session mean? Oh. Oh, add for, okay.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
So, let's pay attention to the date here. The first time she mentioned murder, which must be hopefully early on in the interview, was... I'm gonna do it the way I do dates, 6/27/94. Let's watch through some of these other ones about a month later. I'm just trying to figure out what the earliest and try to pay attention to what the latest date is that I can find here.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Okay, well, person who was killed, his name is Simon. Okay, so her husband, I assume, is Simon.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
She claims she didn't murder him.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please.
Okay.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay, so she lawyered up. She lawyered up on... Wait a second. Wait a second, this video is older. Oh no, I'm reading it wrong. It was a month. Well, it's only a couple days after they brought her in. I guess I should pay attention to the times too, because that's gonna matter. 7/3/94. That's when she lawyered up on. She also mentioned there's no murder weapon. And she said that we've been telling each other stories. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget Rusty's razor. Whenever somebody dies, what is it? 90% of the time, it's the person they were sleeping with. Which doesn't always mean it's the person they're married to. That was at 12:05. What was this video at? This might have been one of the very first videos. That was at 20:53. Okay. I guess we're gonna listen to her talk about Simon. I feel like that's what the game wants us to do. But I want to know more about... I want them to ask her about a weapon. That's the only time she mentions the word weapon. Interesting. Okay. About stories. Oh. Wow, so the last video here... So we can only see the first 5 videos chronologically. So the last video for stories... That's the day she lured up. That's a couple minutes before then, okay. I found 8 videos. That one's 7 seconds, 16 seconds, 19, and a minute. This is the day they brought her in. I assume, well, I don't know, but this was the day she first mentioned murder. So let's try this one.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Making up. So what the heck does she mean by weird? What sounds weird? Let's watch that one more time.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
I want to know what she was talking about. That was 6:27 at 12:59. I want to know what she's talking about right before then. Let's watch some of these other ones though.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Why do I care about Dollhouse and all that junk? Why, that doesn't have anything to do with figuring out if she killed her own husband or not. What is this? None of this has anything to do with anything. However, I'm going to check this one. I'm going to add that to session. Make sure I put weird. Oh, no. I don't want to. Murder stories. Oh, so here I can see. Okay.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
It's a bunch of rubbish.
No, it was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
So she mentioned Eve. I thought that might be a person. But then she said those were all just stories, too. I don't understand why this lady's wasting our time.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Mentions a lot of useless information in that one, too. Let's add that to Dollhouse. I don't know why the hell this lady's talking about her dollhouse, though. Okay. I want to hear more about Simon. There's 61 entries where she mentions Simon. Can I type in more than one word? Okay, you can. I just wanted to see if you could. So let's find out more about Simon here. Now, when is this video? Oh, wow. This is before she ever mentions murder. Okay. This is 9 days before that.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
So that's the first time. She mentions the Simon fellow. Well, now we know his name's Simon Smith.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
Oh. Can I
He's clean shaven.
Can I pause it?
Average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
This is the next day, but I want to write down the description of this guy.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
She went with him to Rome. That's something we're going to have to check into.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay. We're going to have to rewatch that to figure out what the name of that place was.
It's the Rockington Arms,
Rockington?
the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Peter, Susan, and Helen?
It's the Rockington. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Well, it sounds like Simon could have been giving it to Helen there. Watch these videos, but this is one other woman. And that could have been a reason why either she killed her husband or somebody else did.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
What is?
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Simon played certain games. We're going to ask her about Helen here, and I don't think she's going to like that question.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
So he's disappeared. At this point, 6/18, he's disappeared. Now, I don't know if that means later on they find him dead or not. Oh man, this is just going really deep down the rabbit hole. Let's ask her about Helen, because there's 61 related to Simon. Only 2.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Well, here we go. They had an argument. And he likes blondes. Let's put that in there. Likes blondes. And he liked Helen. Oh, this is gonna be an open and shut case, huh? Let's, one more time. Let's, did I just save that one?
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Argument. Did I spell that right?
No. He was upset about her argument, but I'm not.
So... Oh, wow. Okay. What's wrong with her face?
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you.
Okay.
His parents haven't heard anything either.
So he missed work on Saturday, which is this day, right? 6/18. So that's the first day she comes in, I guess. Would be 6/18. Let's check the database. Not quite. There's still a couple videos before that. It's 6/18 at 9:20.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left.
Last time anyone saw him was
On
9/17.
Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all.
Search the Rock.
Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Let's watch the rest of these videos. So he just went missing. She came in right after. So that... The reason that messes things up a little bit is normally if you murder someone, you don't always report it right away. I mean, that's not always true, I know, but...
He's married couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
I want to hear talk more about being married, though, too. Because if they were arguing, that means they had issues in their marriage.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but He never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
He runs off, but he always comes back. Where does he go when he runs off? That's what I want to ask her about next. One more, just one more. One more menthol. He always runs off.
No.
I want to see how she said
Always
that.
that way. Always that way. We make up. He's back. We make up. We have arguments, but no, he never runs off.
Oh, he never
He
runs
always
off.
comes back.
Oh,
We make up. It's always that way.
never mind. He never runs off.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
So the last time she saw him was 8 o'clock on Friday. So 2000 on Friday. Oh man, so what do I want to ask him next? I already asked her about Helen. Let's ask about their marriage. Twelve.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Wow. Wow. Only 17.
Seventeen.
17, wow.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Fortunately, no. Married to the law, lady. 17. Childhood sweethearts. Well, that means... Wait a second. That means a lot of that stuff talking about when she was a kid could be relevant. Mainly because she knew him growing up.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Passive-aggressive?
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We went
Oh,
to
wow.
the room, and they decided we should get married.
Oh, wow. Does that music play when I discover something important? She got pregnant, but when they got married. Okay, well, where's the
I
kid
got
now?
pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow.
Powwow might even be relevant. She got pregnant, though, when she got married at 17. That's a big one. $10. I still wish I could find...
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Why is she... Okay, she's pregnant now? She was pregnant when she was 17. And now she's pregnant now, and that's... It's 20... So she's 27 now? Okay. So she was pregnant when she was 27. She's pregnant now. She was pregnant when she was 17. Okay. So she's pregnant and her husband disappears.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
When was her birthday? When was her birthday? 'Cause that's when she told him. So if he was gonna take off...
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
I got a Steam achievement for that, okay. What I don't understand is... Why is she telling me all this useless information? Dollhouse, Rapunzel. I'm gonna put that in its own category.
The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly, and I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Is she pregnant a third time? Which time is she talking about? That's the only thing. Which time was she talking about when she's pregnant? Maybe a third time, too? Okay. Let's hear about her birthday. Let's check the database too. We've seen the last video. Wait, was that the last video? Search her birthday. 9 entries about birthday.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Okay, I want to know what day your birthday is, lady.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
She didn't like his present. She didn't like his present.
It was my birthday. We were going to have a meal. He gave. I guess I didn't like the present.
I guess I didn't like the present. Who says something like that?
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway. And Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Also, it was a big argument. She was furious, she said. So what are we missing here? Let's watch this last video. That
a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
they had a big argument. And so where she mentions the big argument. So she hated his present. She also mentioned the baby. I gotta write that down. Okay. Oh, exactly 5 entries, so the present will be taken care of once we listen to all these.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Thanks, game. Thanks for giving me the cue of that was important. I knew that was important. Made specially. To search that word special too. So he made her a mirror. She didn't like it.
With the kind of princess story. He made it specially for the princess. He made it specially for me.
Okay. So, this is what I'm assuming. Let's watch these other videos real quick. But she got pregnant when they got married. Search
That
baby
baby's
too.
back. It was a present to myself.
Or tattoo.
I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have one cup.
Tattoo. Baby. She also drinks coffee. So, they had to get married because she got pregnant, right? She was young. I don't know if they lost the kid or not. They get pregnant again. They get in a fight. He leaves. He disappears. Did he run away? Did she murder him? What we don't know yet in these videos is if they found him dead yet. Because if the first investigators found him, then that'll change things drastically.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being
No,
me.
no. What the hell? What is this crazy lady talking about? I need a whole new page. Hold on a second. Okay. I wish this stupid music would stop. Okay. This is where we go a little off the rails here. So, wig, pretend. Who is she talking about? Another mirror. We're gonna watch that one more time. My God, who is this other person?
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
So, either she's saying what she envisioned happening, or that she lost her mind and saw this, which means she did it. I don't even know what to search next. No.
His body didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. It doesn't always make.
She found his body. But she's saying that somebody else did it. And this woman pretended to be her.
On his throat.
Broken mirror.
How?
Wait, now she's saying how? She told us how.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
That's not satisfying. There we go. Was a pretty open and shut case then. What I want to find out now is I want to find out why she did it.
He has a wallet, a huge, silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before, when he comes in, if he's in the house. I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
So, did he leave and then come back and she found him dead?
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. He's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure it ends. God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
So she claimed that she came home and then found him. So earlier on, what day was that? So about a week before, she claimed she hadn't seen him, right? Well, this is 27.
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home.
So she clearly found him by the 27th. So where was he for those days, though? That's kind of odd, but I don't know if that really matters that much. Didn't pay attention to when we found him dead.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Oh. Here we go.
You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
What? She's trying to accuse me of hooking up with her? Okay, I want to hear more about this baby. That's the one thing I didn't ask her a little while ago. I was more interested in figuring out if she murdered her husband.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity.
Glaziers?
We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
I'm assuming they didn't have the first baby. Whoa, why does this video look a little weird?
No, I lost the baby.
Lost the baby, that's what I
I had a
thought.
miscarriage at 8 months.
Miscarriage, 8 months.
We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed and that's when I called the police.
What body? That's in the game. That's not. That's not coming through my microphone. Oh man. What body? Let's search the body next. We just searched the baby. Okay, so it shows me all the words I've searched. Okay.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Would you not keep the baby? What body did she find besides his?
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
So when was this one? This one was at 10:52, 27:6. This is like a minute later.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's sad stuff. I screamed and...
She found his body? Because she said his body was laying on the floor in the living room.
His body didn't look real.
Weird.
Really? Okay. Here's the rest. Oh, they laid a body on the doctor drive. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
She seems way too happy now. What is this? This is a much later. It's a couple days later.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths.
Who's Hannah? Your Hannah.
We had become different.
Who the hell is Hannah? she clearly has split personality, so she is cheating. Unless she's got an identical twin. Evil side or a twin? I don't know what in the heck. I mean... Is that how you spell Hannah?
Can you imagine? It stopped. I mean, how could we stay the same now?
I spell Hannah.
You fucked things up.
So she was ill too. What? This lady is crazy. I don't even know where to go with this. Well, we watched all the videos about the body. I've got so many things to search. My God. So where's the body? Where did I write body down? Searched body. I thought she said she found him on the floor. And why does other times does she say...
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any.
Dad.
Bought a cat anyway.
She never mentioned her dad before. I got a special tab here for weird stuff. My next one is just overflowing too. I wonder if once you find all the videos, if it plays them through in chronologic order. So we found barely, it says 1 volume missing. Well guys, we're gonna stop for right now. Go take a break. Get some carry out. But I want you guys to tune in next time so you can continue as I try to solve this mystery. Is this lady crazy? Did she kill her husband? I think so. Can we prove it though? That's the problem. I mean, if she truly thinks someone else did it, she's gonna be criminally insane probably. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. Take care till then. Bye.